In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 most common ways to fail with almost any niche website or content site. I'm going to really dive into my expertise of over a decade in the industry, and I'm going to reveal to you my research as to why these are the 3 biggest mistakes that people make, how you can potentially avoid them, and also how to recover if your website is suffering from any of these points I mentioned in the video. Let's get into today's video. It's going to be a good one. So I have a small portfolio of my own sites, probably around 3 that are primary sites that make good money. Also, I manage client sites within my agency, and that's probably around 1.5 million or so worth of client portfolios that we manage and successfully grow with them. And lastly, I have about 3 or 4 joint venture partners, and again, manage those sites, we build those sites, and we scale those sites. So between the 3, I have a really good grounding of what makes a site succeed and also what makes a site fail. And in today's video, I'm going to share everything with you. So if that sounds fantastic, please do me a favor, hit that like button and let's get into today's video. So here are the 3 biggest failure points for niche websites and content sites. So I'm not really going to be talking about things like maybe getting hit by a virus, or maybe if you're behind payments on your hosting and you forget to pay it, because obviously those things are controllable. And those aren't the biggest failure points when it comes to growing and scaling websites online. The first biggest failure point is the incorrect or no content strategy at all. Now, when you're growing content sites online, affiliate sites or content sites, you need to have a very measurable content plan. Now, usually that's going to be kind of carried out by doing lots of niche research, going into your competitors' sites, checking what's ranking for them and what's not ranking for them, and then probably scaling out some type of spreadsheet where you have all of your keywords, all of your silos and topics, and you'll publish information on when and how you're going to publish those articles, along with some type of schedule. Now, one of the biggest failure points is that people either don't have a content strategy at all, or their content strategy is not correct when you look at their competition. So the first thing I'd recommend is definitely check out your competition, see what's working for them, check their keyword research, and see, if you can, how often they're posting, and probably try to mimic, at the very least, what your competition is doing, especially those that are above you within the search engine results itself. And secondly, you've probably heard about it lots of times already, but content relevancy and topical silos do make a big difference. So I would recommend starting and planning out your topical research and a topical map from the outset. And then once you get your data back from Google Search Console itself, then see what ranks, and then double up on what works and reduce any of the content or any of the posts or silos that aren't really converting very well and aren't really seeing any growth within the search engine results themselves. Just to be super clear, if you're not sure about what topical relevancy is, it's essentially a way for you to tell Google that you are an expert in an authority within a subtitle silo itself, and you cover all of the topics or as many of the topics as you can. So Google can see you as some type of authority, and it will outrank your competition and increase your visibility for all of those posts all interlinked together, and gives you the best chance to increase your traffic over short periods. Now, another thing to note about content strategy is not only do you need to be publishing new content, and you need to have a really good content plan in comparison to your competition, but also you need to go back and actually update and modify existing posts. Now, a point that Google has made in one of its recent updates is that updating old posts is a really important part of a fresh content strategy, and it's definitely one of the ranking factors, because if you don't do it, you may see people that are updating their content or even adding new content outrank yours over short periods of time. So number 1, you definitely want to create a content strategy and then implement it over the short, medium and long term. Now, the second reason, and probably not as common as people think, but the second reason why many blogs fail is that people don't actually spend enough time on that one blog doing the same thing over and over again, doing the boring stuff like on-page SEO, potentially building backlinks, making sure the content strategy is correct, trying to fix all of the Google Search Console errors, and all of the other wide variety of things that come along with just having one blog and scaling that blog over a long period. So the second reason that people tend to fail when it comes to creating and ranking niche sites online is that they follow too many shiny objects, and they probably have too many, or they have multiple sites that they are working on at the same time. Now, of course, I understand the reason behind having multiple projects on the go. Some of it can be to do with passion. Other things can be due towards diversification and not having all of your eggs in one basket. And to be honest, myself, when I first started out, I did have too many things on the go. Potentially, even to this day, I still have too many projects on the go. However, having a streamlined project and doing and spending the most amount of time on the projects that make you the most amount of money is a really smart way to make sure that your revenue continues to go up in the right direction, and also that you don't waste your valuable time. Now, again, I've been doing this for decades, and one of the things that I do on a day-to-day basis is try to cut away any of the unnecessary work and unnecessary attention towards shiny objects. It is difficult to do, but that is definitely one of the reasons why many people fail on a single blog when they're trying to rank it over a long period, is they don't spend enough time actually in the weeds, doing the actual hard work and seeing it through to the end. And number 3, and the last thing that is the biggest failure point for ranking content sites and ranking affiliate sites online, is that many blog owners only rely on one traffic source, and that usually is just organic search. And especially in today's day and age, which is 2023, and with all of the Google updates that have been going out, you really have to be careful with just relying on Google search. As you may or may not know, when core updates roll out, you can lose or gain a significant amount of search traffic, but it's probably risky just to have that one traffic source. And that can be the biggest failure point for any website. So I definitely recommend diversifying your traffic. You can do this in many ways, and the 3 best ways that I'd recommend, and it's in this particular order as well. So number 1 is social. So think about Pinterest or Facebook or even Twitter, depending on your niche. Those are fantastic ways to diversify against organic search. And if you do it correctly, you could even increase and go above and beyond whatever you have and whatever your traffic stats are on organic search, which is just insane. Which, as you grow and scale, is a fantastic way to supplement your traffic. And sometimes you can even be paid more via ad networks or potentially affiliate partners. So start with social traffic because it is the easiest to scale. And sometimes you can probably do most of the hard work yourself. And number 2 is email traffic. So again, the money is in the list. You've probably heard that before. Email traffic and setting up an email opt-in form and have subscribers sign up to any of your offers or your landing pages and have them on a database is a really smart way to diversify outside of, again, organic search. Because as you start to scale your email subscribers and you start to send out more campaigns and more newsletters, you get to, number 1, build a brand, and also number 2, you get to send direct traffic straight over to your blog, which will increase the eyeballs on your blog. But most importantly, your account's not really going to be shut down on the email marketing side, so you own that asset. And if you own the asset and you continue to grow it, it becomes something tangible that you own. And whatever happens with organic search, you still have an asset that you actually own and that you can direct wherever you want to go, whether that's going to be your blog or anywhere else. And last but not least is paid traffic. This is usually one of the more advanced tactics because you're probably going to want to earn some money before you pay for people to come back to your websites and blogs. But it is a smart way for you to use to diversify against organic search. And if done correctly and efficiently, you can see some type of scale, and it can be used as part of your arsenal to increase your traffic on your blog. Now, those are the 3 biggest things that I see for sometimes client sites, my own personal site, and generally in the industry that I see people doing, and those mistakes that people make. So hopefully you don't make the same mistakes and you can scale and grow your blogs in a more efficient way. Now, to be honest, I haven't really mentioned links, and that's because technically you don't actually have to build links for you to actually receive traffic within the search engine results themselves. But I would say if you are building links, whether you're going to buy them or you're going to build them yourself, it definitely increases the time that it takes for you to gain visibility and also to increase your domain rating. And all of that does add up to increasing your traffic in the long run, and also people seeing you as a brand and ultimately Google seeing you as an authority. So if you decide not to build backlinks, that's fine. It's not a failure point in my opinion, but it is something to bear in mind if you're looking to build a long-term business and for Google to see you as an authority. Anyhow, I hope this video has been insightful for you, and I hope you picked up a few gold nuggets. Feel free to like, share, and comment in the boxes below. And also, please subscribe. I mentioned it before, but these videos do take a little bit of time, and I really would appreciate you subscribing to the channel. That's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.